call, we talked about O365 being one of the number one vectors that organizations are compromised. 365, in my opinion at least, continues to grow. So when you say O365 compromise, business email compromise, whatever it is, are you talking about like this whole stack or just how people authenticate? Or where do you want to drill in here? Because we would spend the next 4 weeks talking about each one of these things. Is there a specific area that you feel like organizations can kind of get the low-lying fruit, pick it off the tree to bring value and safety to their business?
Yeah, I think it all starts with email, right? And that's certainly not the only thing that you have to worry about. You've got this graphic here. There's a lot of apps in Office 365. Certainly, SharePoint has its issues that can be exploited too. But but really, what happened several years ago as Office 365 and Microsoft 365 became ubiquitous is it really standardized the attack path for a lot of threat actors. So I was listening to a great talk last week from a guy named Dilip Hanamara. He's a CEO of a company named Trigen, and he was talking about how standardization is what allows us to scale with any sort of technology. Going from roads. The reason that roads work so well and you can go drive anywhere in the US and really anywhere in the developed world is because roads work the same. They're all very standardized. You drive on the right or maybe the left, but you know which way to drive based on which side the steering wheel is on.
Yep.
And the rules are mostly the same with some variants and the signs. And really that's what's happened with email, right? It used to be a lot of people might have Outlook, maybe they had OWA, maybe they had some other email provider, and it was kind of scattered around, and you didn't really know exactly where to find those email servers. But as there's been this big move to software as a service applications, the interface to our email and the way that those things are configured have largely become very standardized. And threat actors know this, and they know how Office 365 comes out of the box, and they know how to exploit those vulnerabilities, and they know what the common misconfigurations are, so they can then really massively scale their attacks to bear more fruit, so to speak, and get into more organizations and not have as much toil and effort into what they're doing. So I think that's uh, really become the ubiquitous target across everything. There's certainly other attacks, and there's a lot of things that make the news, but so much starts with mail, and it's become so much easier because of how that's become standardized over the past 5 or 10 years.
Got it. Well, great. Well, guys, there you heard it. Someone that does this for a living just shared one of the main entries into the bad world, and that is through organizations O365 tenants, specifically in the mail category.